On the news at 1, Nigeria's First Lady empowers midwives in South with professional kits. U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria joins eminent Nigerians at Iftar, organized by Abuja Islamic Society. And Abdul Hakim Babaki goes for Abuja Municipal Area Council chairmanship ticket. Hello there, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on the news desk of NTA Channel 5 Abuja at 1. My name is Tessie Ray with the details. There is a surge in confidence for midwives in South geopolitical zone of the country as they take delivery of their own allocation of 100,000 professional kits from Renewed Hope Initiative. Nigeria's First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, handed out the items to them in Asaba, Delta State, with a promise that the intervention in the health sector will be sustained to scale down infant and maternal mortality rate. State House correspondent Ademi Taiwo.
With a blend of anticipation and gratitude, Kingsley Yemi and Ogochukwu Joy await the arrival of Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu in Asaba, Delta State. They are among the 10,000 midwives in South geopolitical zone who benefited from the presentation of protective gears to frontline healthcare workers by Renewed Hope Initiative.
With this, I will be identified wherever I step into the world, and with the Crocs, my feet are protected from any kind of infection and soil from attending to my patient. And I'm sure that every nurse that know that they have this for free will be so happy to acquire this.
It's also a sign that midwives are now the focus of the medical team.
While the intervention aims to complement the ongoing retraining exercise of 120,000 frontline health workers by the federal government, it will also boost the morale of midwives and aid efforts to stem maternal and child mortality rates.
RHI recognizes the demands of the health profession required not only skills and compassion, but also the right tools and kits to encourage our midwives as they serve others. This donation has been made possible through the generous support of an anonymous global partner dedicated to improving health outcomes for our citizens.
The job of the midwife has become even more demanding as the rapid population growth exerts more pressure on the healthcare system. Without doubt, these professional kits are of immeasurable value to our midwives.
Each item in the kit that you are going to be giving today represents a commitment to life, to health, and to the dignity of women and children. I urge you to deploy the kits for the purpose they are meant for.
Just like it was during our first visit to the state in August last year, the First Lady announced and
introduce more of such programs to help better the lives of families across our dear nation.
The First Lady had earlier met with traditional rulers in Delta State and called on them to join the advocacy for improved health in the grassroots as well as other critical issues of national development. From Asaba in Delta State, Adeni Taiwo, NTA News.
And from healthcare delivery, let's shift attention to religion matters around the world. The diplomat stated this when he joined other eminent Nigerians in the sharing of plated iftar meals at the Abuja Islamic Society, where 2,005 people are fed daily. Abdullahi Atia details.
In an atmosphere that fosters friendship, mutual trust, and better understanding about Islam and Nigeria, leaders of faith were joined by their visitors to further strengthen existing relationships in their committed service to humanity under one goal. As Al-Habibiyya Islamic Society continues to streamline peaceful coexistence in line with its objective principle, and Islamic values.
We just need to maintain world peace, what Islam stands for, what Ramadan stands for. We organize this in such a way so that we can understand ourselves why we must not fight, why we must not be enemy to ourselves.
Following the reception and speeches, the leaders participated in the distribution of iftar meals to thousands of beneficiaries.
An event like this should remind all of us of the needy, the underprivileged in the world, those that need a helping hand, and it reminds us really of a value that's across all religions, Christianity, Muslim, traditional religions here, that we have an obligation, that God wants us to help and support the underprivileged and the poor.
We need to have a lot of the organizations. We need to have a lot of a culture of training and good indoctrination for people to know that even when you are not privileged, someone that God has granted him privilege will always look up to you.
I think government and the church, the mosque should work together, to make a difference in our life. And I think this mosque has shown that it's possible.
If people believe in giving to the poor, irrespective of their religious denomination or state of origin or tribe, it will foster more peace.
It's a sense of fulfillment. Fulfillment in the sense that what we had planned, we have taken months to plan, organize, and implement. During the implementation, it's been successful.
All agreed that this gesture should be replicated in other places as a model for building community trust, giving hope, and promoting a sense of belonging in the country. In Abuja, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
Gratitude in leadership, the benefit of Islamic financial system, and the importance of mindfulness in daily life were the focus on the day 26 of the Sahur Live program on dollars. Rabia Shuaib brings us excerpts from the program.
The program opened in its usual style with a recitation from the glorious Quran by Aisha Abubakar Sadiq.
الشيطان أعمالهم فصدهم عن السبيل فهم لا يهتدون.
Scholars in the studio reflected on the verses recited, urging people in leadership positions to remain grateful to Allah, as gratitude invites
grateful. They are going to be caused on us, and they are going to face consequences uncountable on the day of Qiyamah. It's not a joke. Being a leader is a trial.
They also cautioned leaders against arrogance, reminding them to be humble and conscious of their responsibilities in order to maintain Allah's favor.
Boils down to matters of leadership and being cautious and being grateful at the same time with the position of authority. May Allah continue to guide all of us to do the best in whatever we do. May Allah support all of those who are leading in one position or the other.
Spoke on the benefits of the Islamic financial system.
Based on the existing market price, which you yourself will be aware of, and then they will tell you this is the markup on it. And the markup also and the cost price must be transparent to you.
Other segments of the program echoed the call. The episode concluded with a question and answer session as viewers from across the country phoned in to engage directly with the scholars, winning prizes from the quiz segment. Rabia Shaib, NTA News.
And away from religion matters, let's talk politics. As the political climate for the FCT Area Council election gets more vibrant, Dr. Abdul Hakim Bello Babaki says he has a comprehensive plan that will drive innovative policies for more transformative and people-centered leadership for AMA when given the mandate. Babake stated this when he presented his letter of intent to run for the chairmanship office of the Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC, before his Wuse APC political ward. Abdullahi Ajia reports that the historic declaration brought teeming supporters to key movements of the aspirants.
It was a historic day. From River Plate Garden in Central Area Abuja to Orange Garden, Wuse Zone 1, supporters of the AMAC chairmanship aspirant under the All Progressives Congress APC drum and show their support for Dr. Abdul Hakim Bello Babake. whom a cross-section of stakeholders describe as a young man with character, capacity, and vibrancy to provide good governance and modern-day leadership with new approach.
Baba K is the man and the right man for the job.
I'm vying for this position to foster the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the Asiwaju of the universe, to bring mercy to the good people of Amak. We have 7-point agenda, ranging from education. Education is the bedrock of every nation, as you all know. We're going to be working seriously to improve the quality of education, to improve the quality of our schools, to train the teachers. Health is wealth. We're going to be working seriously in the health sector. We'll improve the health centers we have across all the 12 wards in Amak, and we are going to make the health care service affordable for the good people of Amak. We have agriculture. Agriculture, we need to secure the food security in Amak.
The aspirant, Dr. Abdul Hakim Bello Babakay, after declaring his intention, told his supporters and APC members that he has come to walk the talk and make a difference in political representation in Amak and the FCT.
The party supporters, the delegates, the party leadership to vote and support me to be the flag bearer of our great party, All Progressive Congress, so that I can drive us to victory in the upcoming area council election. Because of my track record and my antecedent, I am ready, I'm committed on this project to win. I'm an aspirant with capacity. We are not coming to be burden to the party. We are coming with our resources, with people to come and pick that seat in Amak.
On deck for Abdul Hakim Babakay, 100% capacity. He knows the terrain very well, and all the youth, which he belongs to, the demographic he belongs to, are all in support of him, and they know with his capacity and his antecedent, he's the right man for the job.
He has a beautiful heart that you can kind of rely on. And he is already, as I'm concerned, he has already won the ticket. There's no competitor anymore. Nobody's competing with him.
Dr. Babakay expressed his desire to work with all as his movement is opened and inclusive for impactful leadership in Amak. He commended the infrastructure rebirth of Abuja by the FCT Minister Yeson Wike, citing it as a good example of quality leadership that he shares in his principles. In Abuja, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
The Abuja Fish and Frozen Food Sellers Association has elected Mohammed Salihu as its new president, marking the beginning of a new era for the organization. Hawagimba reports that Salihu will serve as president for the next 3 years.
Vote under the laws governing AFUSA.
That is the oath-taking ceremony for allegiance to serve for the next 3 years. This development is significant for the association, which represents the interests of fish and frozen food sellers in Abuja. The association's new leadership, chaired by Mohammed Salihu, is expected to focus on addressing key challenges facing the industry, such as access to markets, recruiting new members from the 6 area councils in the FCT, competition and regulatory compliance.
Our primary obligation is to ensure that the market environment is secure for all the traders and customers and buyers alike activities without any hindrance. And this is not just a pledge, it is a duty, an obligation upon us to ensure that we have an environment that is very friendly.
As the new president of the AFOSA election, Mohammed Salihu will play a crucial role in shaping the association's strategy and advocating for interests of its members. Under its leadership, the association is expected to navigate the complexities of the industry and explore new opportunities for growth and development.
These new exports that are coming
I want to implore them to do more. I want them to take this union to a greater height.
Allied Nassau had a total vote of 81. So Allied Nassau is going to pilot the affairs of this great association for the next 3 years.
Other elected members have expressed their readiness to work with the new president, bringing their experience to bear in changing the association's narrative.
We should all join hands together to move this market forward.
I will try my best, and then I will make sure I work in hand together with my general secretary.
The outgoing president's parting words remain significant.
My message to the new ESCO is patience. Dealing with traders, it takes a lot of patience.
The Abuja Fish and Frozen Food Sellers Association was established 26 years ago to oversee the affairs of its members and frozen food buyers in the FCT.
I am Oluremi Tinubu, the global and national stop TB champion. Many people have asked why I've chosen to champion the fight against a disease like tuberculosis. My reason stems from a deep personal experience. I once had a friend who unfortunately fell ill and concealed the nature of his sickness until it was too late. Eventually, after he passed, we discovered he had tuberculosis. Sadly, due to the stigma and discrimination surrounding the disease, he would not speak up or seek for help. His death was a painful reminder that we could have intervened. Tuberculosis is an airborne disease that primarily affects the lungs, but can also impact other parts of the body. Being airborne means anyone, regardless of their social economic status, can contract it. In Nigeria, 1 person dies of TB-related illness every 7 minutes, amounting to 206 deaths every day. Globally, 1 person succumbs to TB, 456 lives lost daily. These deaths are entirely preventable because TB is curable if detected and treated early. If you or someone you know has been coughing for 2 weeks or more, coughing up blood, experiencing night sweats, or losing weight drastically, it might be TB. Please visit the nearest government hospital or primary health care center for proper diagnosis and treatment. TB treatment is free in all government and some private health facilities. Let us also remember not to stigmatize or discriminate against TB patients or those who have been treated for TB. Individuals who have been cured of TB cannot infect others. I call on all stakeholders, especially the private sector, to join us in the fight to end TB in Nigeria. Together, we can make a difference. Remember, TB anywhere is TB everywhere. End TB by 2030. Yes, we can.
Thank you for staying tuned. Now, security remains a top concern for residents and traders in Abuja, particularly in the Life Camp and Kadu Fish Market areas. In response, the Nigerian Police Division has been working to enhance safety in these areas. Our correspondent, Onotu Yakubu, has been monitoring the situation and brings us this report.
Life Camp is a predominantly gated high-end residential area. However, the story of security in Life Camp signifies a community-driven quest for a peaceful and serene environment. Notably, this feat has been achieved over the years by fostering a symbiotic relationship between the police in Life Camp and residents. Leveraging on this, the police have intensified efforts to curb crime in Life Camp through increased patrols, community engagement, and rapid response to incidents.
All the
officers, from the senior officers to the least, are up and doing. And they always, anytime that you call them, both morning and night and evening, they will answer your call with prompt response. So the life camp, and now the crime is barest minimum.
Every Tuesday, managing activities at the Kado Fish Market presents a challenge for both market coordinators and the Divisional Police Office and outposts. Their goal is to control and ensure the safety of traders, visitors, and the host community. According to the market chairman, Alhaji Ibrahim Mohammed, this has not been an easy task.
We used to have a lot of theft within the market and around the market. But when we start cooperating with the police and start liaising with the police that are around, and we now energize our task force within the market, and also the vigilante group that is within the village, the Kado village, we liaise with them. Then the security in the market improve.
Kado Fish Market Traders Association. So they make their law, and their law is abiding by the police force and the task force. The market and the life and police station, they work hand with hand. So they always transfer their case to there.
Furthermore, a significant portion of the life camp divisional area comprises transit routes, adding complexity to security managers' strategies. Although these measures have led to improvements, residents and traders believe continuous police engagement is crucial to sustaining security. Authorities assure that more resources will be deployed to maintain safety in these vital areas. Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
Meanwhile, Divisional Police Officer in charge of life camp, Anna Ogo Ochanya, has assured residents of constant security surveillance in the area. She stated this while on the program Call the Police, showing every Wednesday on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. Asibi Williams monitored the program and now brings us an excerpt.
The DPO Life Camp says the division is committed to maintaining a secure environment in Life Camp, especially considering the importance of community policing in preventing crime and promoting public safety.
Life Camp as a whole, we don't, for now, is relatively calm and peaceful. We have engaged the services of our stakeholders, such as the vigilante, the civilian JTF. We have a very, very active PCRC. We have even the Hunters Association, the chairman of various associations, even the Kado markets. We work hand in hand with the chairman and the entire ESCOs. They help to complement our efforts to providing a safe.
She added that effective collaboration between law enforcement agencies and local communities is crucial in addressing security concerns. She also warned FCT residents to remain vigilant and report suspicious activities around them. In Abuja, Asabe Williams, NTA News.
Let's now join our sports desk for Sport Brief.
Zimbabwean head coach Norman Mapeza has admitted that his team, the Warriors, knew they were in for a tough match against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Despite the Super Eagles' defensive strategy, Mapeza believes his team gave their best efforts and were unlucky to secure a win.
And they came with a little bit more confidence and they wanted to turn the World Cup qualification around. And we knew the longer the game goes, the slower they are going to get. And it was exactly the way it was going. Of course, then you scored the 1-0, but I think we showed that we don't give up. And I think 2-3 more minutes, we would come home with a win.
Meanwhile, Super Eagles coach Eric Chile has expressed disappointment with his team's missed opportunities, which he believes cost them the win. However, Chile remains optimistic about their chances in the next game, citing the need for improved intensity, creativity, and possession with the ball.
And, I'm so disappointed about
for my player, for the country. I think the team improved in intensity, in aggressivity with the ball.
Lastly, Super Falcons midfielder Christy Uche-Ibe played a key role in SL Benfica's Feminines 2-1 win over Hammarby in the UEFA Women's Champions League second round qualification. Uche-Ibe helped her team gain an advantage heading into the second leg of the tie, with Benfica now in a strong position to